Hello everyone and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're going to explore a place we all know, a place we spend so much of our time in, our school. We're going to step into a bright, beautiful campus and discover exactly how we can transform it into a thriving, happy, green school. Let's see how one simple idea can spark a change for everyone. Our story begins with two classmates, Aasha and Mohit, who are just walking to school together one morning. Aasha turns and asks Mohit if he actually likes going to school. Without missing a beat, Mohit smiles and says, "I love school. It's where I see my friends, play games, and learn new things every day. It is my happy place." Aasha completely agrees. She points out that it's a safe space where they even learn to care for plants, trees, and animals. But she has a thought. To keep their school this happy, they really need to protect it. She wants to make it a true green school, a place where waste is managed smartly, water is saved, and electricity is used super carefully. To turn this amazing idea into action, they share their green school dream with their classmates. Naturally, everyone is super curious. Their teacher, Anupam, hears their lively discussion and asks how they plan to start. Well, guided by their teacher, the students decide to embark on a little adventure. They walk all around their vibrant school grounds to create a map. They carefully observe the main building, the playground, the green gardens, the water tanks, and the pathways. For the first time, they're looking at their everyday environment through a brand new lens.
Now, while on their walk, they uncover a really crucial mission started by the government of India. Have you heard of Swachh Bharat Swachh Vidyalaya? It means Clean India, Clean Schools. The core idea here is that absolutely every single child deserves to study in a clean and safe environment. This means ensuring schools have clean toilets, safe drinking water, proper waste management, and that all students are learning about basic hygiene. It's a huge, important goal.
To make their exploration fun and super organized, the class decides to divide up into 5 awesome school explorer teams. We have the Water Watchers, the Electricity Savers, the Waste Warriors, the Green Guardians, and the Traffic Trackers. Each group gets a very special mission to investigate a totally different part of the school. So let's tag along with them and see exactly what they discover, shall we?
First up, the Waste Warriors dive right in. They're tackling the big topic of waste management. They learn that the very first step is to simply reduce waste by only using what we truly need and reusing things whenever we can. But for the stuff we do throw away, we absolutely must segregate it. That means separating it. Dry waste, like paper, wrappers, and plastics, goes into one specific bin. Meanwhile, wet waste, which is organic stuff like food peels and leftovers, goes into another bin, where it can be managed properly, like turning it into compost. Keeping these separate is the key to keeping our surroundings clean.
But wait, what happens to things like old newspapers that don't just go into these daily bins? Well, they're usually set aside for traditional recyclers. And this brings the kids to a beautiful and really important lesson about the dignity of labor. The students realize just how invaluable the work of sanitation workers and traditional recyclers really is. They're the ones who collect, sort, and manage all these items safely. By separating our waste properly right at the source, we honor their hard work, we respect their huge contribution to our society, and honestly, we make their challenging jobs so much safer.
Meanwhile, the electricity savers are on a totally different mission. They want to know why some parts of the school feel hotter or cooler during the day. They discover the "let us be cool" concept. You see, keeping a classroom cool isn't just about switching on loud fans. It's actually about smart, natural design. Classrooms with wide, open windows that welcome the shady breeze stay wonderfully cool. Plus, having a white roof is amazing because the color white actually reflects the sun's heat away. On the flip side, a black surface absorbs that heat, making the whole area around it much, much hotter.
To prove this scientific concept, the students decide to try out a really fun, hands-on activity right out in the sunny courtyard. They take 2 simple tiles. They paint one pitch black and the other stark white, and place them directly under the hot sun. After waiting a little while, they go and touch the tiles. Wow! They physically feel a massive temperature difference. They learn firsthand how the black tile absorbs the heat and gets incredibly hot to the touch, while the white tile stays pretty cool by just reflecting all that sunshine away.
Next, let's catch up with the Water Watchers. Water is incredibly precious, and this team is on a serious hunt to protect it. They search the entire school looking for any dripping taps. If they spot a single drop being wasted, they make sure to close that tap super tightly. They also double-check that the large water tanks and the traditional matkas, those earthen pots we use to keep drinking water nice and cool, are clean and properly covered.
They even keep a sharp eye out for wet, stagnant puddles, because those can easily become breeding grounds for mosquitoes. They want to stop water waste before it starts.
And you know, their water-saving mission connects perfectly to a really amazing national campaign called the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Have you heard of it? It's a dedicated movement to save and protect our water sources. It encourages everyone to plant trees, catch rainwater, and just use water wisely. In fact, in places like Ladakh, they use water so creatively that they literally build giant ice stupas to store winter water so they have it during the dry summer months. By fixing leaks and understanding rainwater collection, the students see how their small, everyday actions make a huge difference.
Now, the Green Guardians step up to show us exactly why planting trees is such a major part of saving water and staying cool. They set up a brilliant, simple temperature activity. They take 2 glasses filled with normal water, they place 1 glass under the lush, leafy shade of a tree and the other one right out in the bright sun. 1 hour later, they check the temperatures. And guess what? The water in the glass under the sun has become quite warm, but the water sitting in the shade of the tree remains nice and cool. It perfectly shows how tree shade naturally cools our environment.
Inspired by that lovely, cooling shade, the Green Guardians start looking much closer at all the greenery around them. They start wondering, who actually takes care of these plants? Do birds or butterflies ever visit? They decide that to truly make their campus a green school, they need to plant specific trees and flowers that actively attract birds, insects, and butterflies. By doing this, they aren't just making a garden, they are transforming their school into a living, breathing, vibrant butterfly garden that supports local wildlife.
But a happy school doesn't just stop at the front doors. Let's head outside with Thomas and the traffic trackers. Thomas had actually seen a road accident before, so his team is paying really close attention to road safety right at the school gate. They carefully observe the busy arrival and exit times to make sure there are safe pedestrian crossings for the children. They are checking to see if drivers are actually following traffic signs and rules, and most importantly, making sure nobody is speeding in front of the school, because getting to and from school safely is a huge part of community awareness.
Exploring safety even further, the students learned that a happy school is, above all else, a prepared school. So they go through the exact life-saving steps of a complete fire drill. Listen closely because this is crucial. If there's a fire, first, stay absolutely calm. Do not run. Second, use the nearest exit immediately. If there happens to be smoke, you must crawl under it and cover your mouth. Remember, never hide. Only help others if it is completely safe for you to do so. And never, ever re-enter the building. You must go straight to the designated assembly point, stay with your group, and immediately inform your teachers if anyone is missing or injured. Safety always comes first.
At the end of the day, as everyone sits down together to share what they found, Aasha, Mohit, and their classmates realize something incredibly special. Yes, saving water, managing waste, and staying safe are absolutely vital. But it's our kindness, our care, and our responsibility toward each other that truly makes a school a happy place. It's about sharing space respectfully instead of pushing in line at the water tap. It's about protecting school property and not scribbling on the desks. It's about taking that extra second to throw wrappers in the dustbin instead of dropping them on the playground.
By exploring everything from waste and water to safety and simple kindness, these students learned how to make their school the best it could possibly be. In fact, their class even got a special shout-out and appreciation during the school assembly for spreading such wonderful awareness. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a question to think about. How will you make your school a happy place? Which of these small actions will you take today to make your own environment greener, safer, and much happier for everyone? Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.